Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. It's actually the first time of me doing such kind of video and making such kind of video for you. I mean, ever since this account got rebranded, but I suddenly feel called to make another figure card video. I'll be speaking in English this time because I just feel like I'm being called to, and I'm about to shuffle the cards, the tarot cards. I'll be using the Good Karma Tarot. And anyway, first and foremost, I've actually prepared 3 different options for you guys. I'm using 3 different color of masks. You can choose between the purple one. This is gonna be option number 1. Or the blue one. This is gonna be option number 2. And the orange one. This is gonna be option number 3. Take some time. I'll probably try to edit the video later so you can just continue and go straight to your option. And let's start with option number 1. Okay, so for those of you who chose option number 1, first thing first, you have the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, the King of Wands reversed, the 8 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 4 of Wands, and the Devil for your bottom of the deck card. I'm actually wondering, first and foremost, are you guys okay? Like, okay, emotionally, mentally, and is your mind okay? I mean, some of you might have been waiting for certain kind of newness. You have been waiting for new directions, maybe. You've been waiting for like some callings or some fresher energy to come into your life. But I feel like you've been looking at the wrong direction all this time. Maybe you are, or you could have been missing out on some signs. Or maybe some of you do realize that you've been presented with some options. It's just you still have the fears. You still have like I can't say a habit. It's more like you unconsciously blocking yourself from moving forward simply because you thought you're not worthy of receiving what your heart is actually truly desired. Maybe you've been dreaming of healthier friendships, healthier relationships. You've been wanting to be freed from your problems. You've been wanting to be freed from your overwhelming emotions. But I could say some parts of you inside are still holding on to whether the fear of failures or your own ego. I also feel like parts of you actually know what you need to do, but maybe you're scared, or maybe you're afraid of judgments, you're afraid of other people's words, you're afraid of being judged, you're afraid of being... Okay, I got it. Some of you might have been bullied in the past. I don't know why I got this, but some of you might have been mistreated and bullied in the past in some ways, maybe physically or maybe verbally. And I see that for the majority of you who might have been bullied, you haven't fully released the anger. You haven't fully released the wounds. You haven't fully healed your wounds, and you're afraid that whatever happened in the past could happen again in the future, or in the present time at this moment, While I don't think it's about, or it could be happening again. Why? For some of you, I feel like those who might have bullied you were the people you really trust, or your closest, or some people you consider as your closest acquaintances. Some people you really trusted. Some people you thought could have been there for you. Maybe they left you, and maybe some unexpected arguments happened between you and that person, which have made you created some walls. There's a difference in between creating walls because you're wanting to protect yourself, and you are being aware that you want to set some boundaries. And in this case, I feel like you consciously building up walls, not setting boundaries. You're just afraid of being hurt. You're just afraid of being hurt again right now. I feel like some of you might have had anger issues, and it's not entirely your fault. I'm not blaming you at this moment. It's just I just sense self-hate too here. You're blaming yourself, you're hating yourself, and you constantly feel like you're not worthy of great things simply because bad things have happened to you in the past. Let me tell you something. It's not gonna happen again. It's really not gonna happen again because actually I feel like you do have the power to free yourself from this kind of situations. You do have the power to protect yourself from now on from this kind of situation. And I also feel like you're actually already being surrounded by healthier friendships and healthier connections now. I mean, the people surround you now, they're not gonna hurt you. I feel like you do have some people surround you at this moment who are really, really loving you genuinely. But maybe you're still carrying the wounds, you're still carrying the pain, you're still carrying the worries from the past. Which you haven't fully released now. You're still holding on to some memories from the past. Maybe you're wanting some connections to return. You're wanting some people to return. While actually I feel like they need to go. These people need to go. These people need to go. Why? Simply because for some of you, I feel like these people were actually the reasons why you're stuck. They do not have good intentions for you. They do not have the greatest or the kindest and the nicest intentions for you in your life and your future. Maybe this could be family members, or this could be friends, or this could also be your own thoughts or your own negative traits. Some of you might have felt unworthy to receive great things simply because these people, the people who might have hurt you in the past, they made you believe that you're unworthy. First thing first, let me tell you something. I'm sorry for whatever happened to you in the past, but trust me. Trust me, you deserve better and you're gonna get better. A whole lot better. We have the four of wands here. You're really about to be surrounded by healthier friendships and healthier relationships now. You just gotta believe that you're worthy to receive that. Sometimes, it's not sometimes, it's more like all of the time. Our greatest enemy, our greatest nemesis is actually ourselves and our own minds. Please be careful of what you're thinking. Be extra careful of what you're thinking. Don't let your emotions control you. Don't let your negative thoughts control you. And it could like become a blockage. It could become like a resistance for you to achieve greater things. I feel like some of you might probably want to try some new hairstyles or some new styles, or maybe you want to express yourself in some ways but you're afraid of being judged, or you want to post some kind of pictures on social media but you're afraid of this, you're afraid of that, and these fears, these worries, they are really, really limiting your self-expression. Maybe some of you wants to get some tattoos. Maybe some of you wants to dress up the way your heart desire. whether you're a male or female, but I feel like slowly you are realizing and you are acknowledging, you are understanding that look at this, Eight of Swords and the Devil. Two girls are being trapped while they actually have the power to free themselves from the trap. I feel like a lot of you are about to realize that my life is in my power. I have control to decide which kind of future do I want to pursue. My life is in my power. I have control to decide which kind of friends do I want to surround myself with. Which kind of dreams do I want to pursue? Which kind of relationships do I want to be at? Which kind of stuff do I want to keep in my life? I feel like some of you could have been having hoarding tendency, and you've been keeping like memories from the past or gifts from your exes maybe, or a lot of stuff, a lot of emotions from the past, whether the good and the bad ones, simply because you're afraid of being unable to receive such kind of memories or such kind of experiences again in the future. You're afraid of letting go. I feel like there is some kind of strong attachment issues with the people who chose option number 1. Beware of your connections with some woman or some of your female friends, because not a lot of them, I don't know whether you're a man or you're a woman, you're a girl or you're a boy, but be careful of some of your female friends. Some of them may not really have good intentions with you, but you might have felt like I've known them the longest, and I cannot let go to them. But for real, I feel like some of your friends may not really have good intentions with you, and you're afraid of freeing yourself from such kind of toxic connections. This could also be in romantic connections, but I feel like for the majority of you, some messages you need to hear include: choose your friends carefully, and be careful of who you let to enter your life. Who do you trust? Have you ever heard of the phrase, birds with the same feather flock together? Yeah. We're actually being represented by the 5 closest people in our circle. So, to end this reading, I just want to remind you guys that choose your circle carefully. Choose who you trust. Because maybe some people whom you thought you could trust, they're not as good as who you thought they are. But the people you're not expecting to be there for you, they will be there for you to celebrate your lows and also your highs. They will be there for you to be your good friend when you're failing. But they will also be there for you to celebrate your successes. They will be there for you when you're still dreaming. Some of you could have needed to face like some issues with parents, I guess, or mother, or some family figures. And let's see, I want to try shuffling about the oracle cards. I want to try shuffling using the oracle cards for your advices. So for those of you who chose pile number 1, let's see, what would your advices be? Or what are your advices for now regarding to the situation? For the people who chose option number 1, what will be their advices? Prosperity lies ahead. This could be also about business ventures or business partnerships, and you need to pay more attention to the people or the friends you surround yourself with. Some of the people you thought you could have trusted
They may not be as good, or they may not only come when you're at the top. They may only come when you're meditate and contemplate. As what I've told you earlier, I feel like some of you may need some meditation moments, so you can cleanse yourself, so you can try to understand yourself better. You can try to listen to your heart instead of forcing yourself to continuously listening to other people's messages. And for the bottom of the deck, you have show the world the real you. I feel like for the majority of you, I've told you earlier, you probably want to try to new hair. You probably want to try to get a tattoo. You probably want to try um, doing whatever your heart has been actually calling you to do, but you're afraid of being judged. And for the advices, maybe this could be about career changes. This could also be about trying a new business, or trying a new partnership with some people, which could lead to prosperity. But before you start doing that, you need to make sure that you're ready. You need to think about the upcoming or the next strategy you will about to use, and don't be afraid to be who you are. Listen to your heart. It may sound cliche, but trust me, as long as we're following our heart's truest or most authentic desire, it's not only able to make you happier, but it could also attract abundance. And it's not only in the shape of money or financial stability. I feel like it will also help you attracting healthier friendships, healthier relationships, and so on. I feel like some of you might have been struggling with managing your emotions, or managing your sleep, or managing your thoughts, and you need to meditate. It does not always need to like you sitting down, or just try yoga for 2 hours, or try meditating for 30 minutes. It's okay if you want. It's okay if you feel like you're being called to do that, but at the end of the day, I feel like meditation, any kind of meditation techniques, they lead us to understand ourselves better. And you need to know what you want. You need to have clear decision about whichever way you want to go, and whichever kind of path you want to pursue later. Yeah, it's about massive changes. Some of you are about to do some maybe surprising massive changes regarding to your career or life decisions. It may shock other people, but you gotta stick to your decision. You gotta be true to your heart. And you will know. I feel like you will know. Intuitively, you will know. Well, okay. I've just realized something. Purple is also about intuition. Some of you, or maybe all of you, could have got maybe signs, more signs and synchronicities, maybe signs through your dreams, or signs through your intuition, signs through the messages from the songs you're listening to, or maybe signs from the angel numbers or anywhere. The signs will be louder, and I think you need to have more discernment when it comes to decision making. Try to sit down with yourself instead of letting other people's decision control you at making this large decision. Okay, I feel like this is all for those of you who chose option number 1. Let us proceed to whoever chose option number 2. Sorry, you know what? The video suddenly got cut off, and I'm not sure will I edit this or not. And my tripod suddenly... Okay, what was that? Let me continue. But there were some kind of distractions. And yeah, for the majority of you, I feel like you're currently being distracted by maybe worries, mostly worries, and fears about not having enough money, or fears about not having enough resources to do this or to buy that, to get what you want, to do whatever you want. But I feel like there could be some kind of fast movement in the future. Could be in the near future, as soon as you're done balancing something in your life that needs to be balanced. This could be you need to balance your connections with some people. You need to... This is quite similar to some messages in option number 1. Because I feel like some of your friends or some of your acquaintances, they might not really have good intentions for you. This could be your, I'm sorry to say, best friend, anyone from your closest circle, but this could also be anyone from your working environments. It's not that they want to bring you down or something. It could be, it's possible, but it's just, I feel like for some of you, I sense jealousy here. I sense that some people could be jealous at you, could be jealous with you, or could be jealous at what you have, and they feel like you're living the best life they could ever imagine at this moment. And actually, maybe some of you have ever heard about it too, but the energy of jealousy, the energy of envy, it could really, really distract us from our goals, from our targets, especially if it's coming from anyone from our closest circle and our closest acquaintances. Some of you could be traveling, maybe to another country or somewhere. This could be for work, or you just want to explore, you just want to try something new. And actually, I feel like something new is waiting for you in the horizon. But as what I've told you earlier, just like what I've told you earlier, you need to balance something, and you need to detach yourself from this environment or this connection first, this situation first. I feel like there's something you thought is really meant for you, something you expected could be really made for you, but they're actually not the best for you, or that's it's just like, that's not it. That's not the it. That's not the, see? Some of you are being silenced at this moment. Oh my god, I've just realized something. Blue. You're choosing the blue mass. Blue is also related to throat chakra. And I've told you since the beginning, I even forgot you chose blue one, but something about your throat chakra is, I could say, acting up at this moment. Maybe it's because you're being silenced, or maybe it's because the people surround you. It's like they're intentionally trying to whether bring you down, or they're intentionally trying to silence you in one way or another. They just don't want you to speak up, perhaps, and they just don't want you to speak your truth. And something about 3 here. It could be about in 3 weeks or in 3 months, or there could be like 3 people helping you to get off the situation, or 3 ideas, 3 business ideas, or maybe 3 things you need to release. It's a general reading, and I feel like maybe a lot of you will be picking option number 2. Because I'm actually pulling a lot of messages right now. It's just like you're actually in the middle of something, and you need to make a decision. You're in the middle of progressing. You're in the middle of, see, you have options. I feel like you have options, and you need to choose in between. Choose. You could be choosing all of those options, or you could be choosing just one. It's up to you, but I feel like as soon as you're making your decision and be clear about what you want, there could be fast movement progress. There could really be fast process, fast, I could even say fast results, because for a lot of, I feel like have you guys ever tried to play bowling? I don't know why I'm seeing someone playing bowling, and it's just like that person is scared to try, but they keep learning, they're willing to learn, and suddenly they're able to make straight strikes. Even if at the beginning of the process they were doubting themselves. And for you're doubting yourself about something. You're doubting yourself about this decision-making process. You're doubting yourself maybe because, yeah, a lot of people surround you, they doubt you too. or maybe they're afraid of you. They're afraid of you. They're afraid of your potentials. Why am I hearing the word threats? They're being threatened by you. Let me pull one card for you, because I'm actually curious about what's actually going on. See that? I knew it. I knew it. You're in the middle of a transformation. And you're about to leave some old cycle and enter a new one. But some people surround you. They know your potentials. They know what you're truly capable of. And they're afraid of you maybe leaving them. They're afraid of you maybe hating them. Or they could also be afraid of you abandoning them. This could also be about some of you might have been bullied in the past. Some of you might have been being mistreated in the past. And some people are actually being shaken, or they're afraid that you might reveal to other people about what they've done or what they did to you. And just like what I've said in option number 1 or pile 1, you need to pay attention to who you surround yourself with. For like some of you, I feel like, this could be like spoiler, but I think we can watch it in like Disney Plus or Disney Hotstar already. Have any of you ever watched the second Frozen movie? The one where Elsa is about to enter a new land or a new environment, and she got voices. She heard voices. Maybe you've got hunches. Maybe you've got feelings, but you're afraid to step into the unknown. You're afraid of into the unknown is the second OST, right? It's the soundtrack from the second movie, right? You're afraid of moving forward because maybe you feel unworthy. Maybe you yourself are unworthy. This could be about new career paths, or this could also be about new friendships, healthier friendships opportunities. And I'm suddenly hearing the song by Demi Lovato, and I forgot who's the guy, but have any of you heard the song? I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready for someone. Yeah, like something like that. And the lyric, pardon my voice, but the lyric says, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready for someone to love me. For some of you, I feel like you're about to get like a romantic confession for someone. This could be someone new. And the reason why you're about to enter this whole new beautiful chapter is simply because I feel like for a lot of you, you've gone through hell. You've gone through like maybe your dark night of a soul. You've gone through like a huge transformation. You've probably left something in the past which you could even return to that phase anymore. And you're ready. You're ready. You're a whole lot ready. Oh, I'm proud of you guys, for real. But it's just like, I'm actually picking this pile. I felt called to choose this pile, even if ever since I chose the options, but I didn't even know the messages earlier. It's just like me, the way I changed my identity from the Elysian Priestess to using my real identity here. Even if I was afraid, I was scared to be known, not because I was scared to be known as a tarot reader, but back in the past, I got bullied so many times by a lot of people. In primary school, in middle school, in high school, and even in in university. Yeah, but it's okay. It's in the past, and I forgive them already. I forgive myself already. I've had my healing journeys, and just like that, at the beginning of me changing my identity, I felt like, what if people left me? Because there really are some people who left me in this journey throughout the process. It's just like, some of you are scared of being left out again. Some of you are scared of being bullied again. But let me tell you something. You will be attracting a whole lot better, not only connections, but situations and environments. And just like Elsa who's finally believing in her power, you're finally believing in yourself too. And I feel like you're not gonna settle anymore for less than what you deserve. Which is good. This is very, very good. This is very, very good. I'm sensing a huge improvement in your self-confidence. I'm sensing a huge improvement in your the way you talk to yourself, the way you see yourself, the way you believe in your capacity, the way you believe in your values. I keep hearing that song. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready for someone to love me. I'm sorry, how is it? How's the song? But maybe you need to listen to that song. It's by Demi Lovato, and I'm sorry, I forgot the other singer, but I like that song. I like that song a lot. Maybe you need to hear the messages from that song. Cause I feel like you're ready. You're ready. And you're ready. You're no longer. I've just heard a message, and I feel like my spirit guide wants you to hear these messages. First, you're no longer an outcast. You're a champion now. And second, whatever you've gone through in the past, none of it was to hurt you, but it's also happening. It happened. Maybe it has happened, or it's still happening to make you stronger. Let me pull another card. Why is the Six of Wands in reverse? I've told you, it's the Eight of Wands in reverse. Six of Wands is a card of achievements. It's a card of celebration for me. It's just like for the Six of Wands card being reversed, it's not saying that you're not about to have your celebration moment. You're not about to celebrate something. You're not about to achieve your goals. It's just like you need to release some mental issues, or maybe some fears, some worries, some bad thoughts about yourself. The way you need to be kinder to yourself. You need to let yourself receive, babe. Be open to receiving. Be open to receiving. Some of you are afraid to receiving simply because you're afraid of it being taken away again from you. You're afraid of people stealing it from you. But the Eight of Swords is also in reverse. You know your values now. You know your values now. You've understood your values now. You just need to be braver. And you just need to really say to the world that I'm ready. Or say to God. And I was about to put it somewhere in the middle, and we have 2 fonts here. And be clear about what you want. Be clear about what you want. Be open to receive and be clear about what you want. Maybe you need to try affirming healthier sentences or healthier messages for you. Let yourself receive. Let yourself be open to help. This is actually nice, right? I really feel like you have options. You have options whether it comes to love, career paths. Maybe you're about to do more than just one job. And the worst is in the past. I know I feel like I have to tell you that, but the worst is in the past. But still, my eyes suddenly look at this card again. And if you see it moving, it moved. It's just like, be careful with who you surround yourself with. Not everyone you think is kind to you is actually kind to you. Or not everyone you think is kind to you is actually being kind at you. Not everyone you thought is your friend is actually your friend. I feel like for some of you, maybe you need to release something. Maybe a book, or maybe a craft, a video. You need to make something. You need to make something. It's just like you need to drop something, and you're ready to drop that thing. And as soon as you drop that thing, everything is shifting rapidly. It's gonna move very, very fast. It's gonna move very, very fast. And for a lot of you guys, I feel like regarding to these friendships, maybe you need to lose some friends, or you've lost some friends. But maybe you're about to enter some healthier relationships and friendships with someone. whom you're not even expecting. They could be coming from different cultures from you. They could be coming from different countries from you. Or maybe you could be meeting them abroad. Or you could I feel like there are a lot of surprises coming your way. Sooner than later. For real. And you have options. You could be a lot of I feel like a lot of you, for a lot of you, even if you feel like you're being stuck right now, you could be like getting a whole lot busier in any time soon. Prepare yourself. Maybe for now, I feel like for the majority of you as well, you need to manage your time, and you need to control your maybe you need to fix your sleeping schedule or your time management, or the way you balance it, the way you handle your relationship or your time with your family, with yourself, with your friends, with your spouse, with your partner, with your kids. You need to handle everything correctly before you're opening these doors. And did you realize that my voice and the way I speak changed as soon I talked about be careful about who you surround yourself with? This could be family members, as I've told you earlier, this could be family members, or this could be some friends who are silencing you one way or another. Just listen to your heart, babe. You know what's best for you. And I feel like I feel called to shuffle for some oracle messages for you. Let's see. But see how energy doesn't lie. Yeah, maybe you need to detach yourself from some toxic environments or some toxic circles. Let's see. What do faith in your dreams. Believe in yourself, babe. Please. Yeah, I've told you earlier, some of your dreams will become reality sooner than later. Waxing crescent moon. Maybe you're not seeing progresses at this moment, or maybe you're not seeing results at this moment, but there is a butterfly here in this card, and I think this is it's time to release negativity. Maybe this could also mean you need to release some negative thoughts or how people perceive you. You need to stop worrying about what other people think of you. Surrender to the divine. And for the bottom of the deck, we have a time to give rather than take. I get it. Maybe for some of you, you've started worrying about the results. You've started worrying about, but when will I achieve my goals? When will I get this? When will I get that? It's not that it's not coming. It's just you need to plan, and you need to wait a little bit longer. And throughout the process, you still need to release some things. This could be about releasing worries. This could also be about you need to trust the divine more often. You need to trust God. You need to trust in yourself. When will we have the full moon in Scorpio? Maybe Scorpio season could be important for you. And any full moon seasons. Maybe the next full moon and the next Scorpio full moon season will be important for you. You're gonna be okay. I really feel like you're gonna be okay. You need to learn how to build deeper and more intimate. And I'm not saying, or I'm not forcing you guys to be more religious, because I believe that to be religious and to be spiritual are two different things. But stop forcing your will and trust that God will open the ways and open the doors for you. Because sometimes what we think is the best for us, or what we think is the only way for us to solve our problems, or whatever. And sometimes what we thought is the best for us, or have to be the best for us, and maybe you thought your friends are the best for you, or maybe you thought your previous dreams are the best for you, or you thought your crush is the best for you, or you thought what you thought is the best for you is the best for you. But be open to opportunities, be open to newness, be open to new ideas. Maybe God is opening doors for you. It's not a maybe. I really feel like God will be opening doors for you, and you could choose which way you want to choose in order for you to go to pursue your dream or dreams. But in order for you to see those doors or see those opportunities, release
Release the worries. Release the fears. Release the anxiety. And have faith. Everything is gonna be more than just alright. Trust me. Oh, no. If you don't want to trust me because I'm new, you feel like I'm new to this and this is the first time of me doing this, revealing myself and stuff, trust God. Trust the divine. Trust the universe. And more and most importantly, trust yourself. Okay, I feel like this is for you. For all of you who are choosing option number 2, let's proceed to the last one, to option number 3. Okay, let me start here. Actually, for the other 2 piles, I felt called to I have to finish shuffling first before I start speaking. But for your pile, I still want to get one other card. Babies, my babies. What happened? See? Wait. You have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And for your cards, wait a second. Wait. I need to drink something first. First thing first, are you guys okay? Like really okay? Because out of the 3 options, and out of the 3 piles I've done today, yours is actually the heaviest for me. You have the Fool reverse, you have Temperance reverse, you have the Tower, you have the 2 of Swords, 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, and King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I feel like for the majority of you, or maybe like all of you are currently in the middle of trying to rush something. This could be a career path, or this could also be a connection with someone, or you're just trying to rush. You just want to make things happen fast. I kind of sense some kind of hustle culture tendency. Wait a second. I forgot the lyrics, but I'm actually a fan of GOT7, and I know that not one, but some of their members have just released some songs or album, right? And I'm not here to promote them, but before what's his song? But before when I was shuffling for your cards, and when I started this reading, I kept hearing a part from one of Jackson Wang's new song. One of his newest song. What was that? I'm coming back for you, and hope you don't mind. I forgot lyrics, but what's the title? I have my laptop right next to me. I'm coming back to you, and I hope you don't mind that I'm wasting your time. I know you want me too, even though you're not mine. You guys want something, you want to achieve something, and you want to pursue that thing. Or maybe this is something from the past that you really want to pursue, but it's like, I don't hate Jackson. If any of you is also an Agassi or his fans, I'm not hating him, it's just, I kept hearing that song when I saw this, and when I was shuffling the cards. And I don't know why I said that song here. Maybe some of you need to hear the messages from that song. But you want to achieve something. You guys want to achieve something. It's just like, it's not that it's not gonna happen, but you might feel like your ways or your progress to achieve that thing is currently being blocked, and you feel stuck. Well, it's actually not your feeling. You're being stuck, or you're being I can sense that it's never gonna happen. It's just you're being postponed to achieve that. I got reminded of the music video again.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, any of his fans, but I've only watched it twice before because I talked about it with one of my other Agase friends, but before he met like the queen or something, the woman, his lady in the music video, he had to fight against like some what is that? Creatures? Some yeah. And I suddenly got a vision of, Alice in Wonderland versus the Rat Queen. I'm trying to remember what I saw from the Alice in Wonderland movie and from that music video. Because I feel like you need to, it's just like this is your destination and you're here. And in order for you to get here, you need to maybe jump to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, and you're here. It's just like before you're finally arrived at your final destination, at your ultimate destination, and before you're achieving your dreams, you need to make some kind of, you need to do, or maybe you need to make some kind of adjustments. You need to make some kind of adjustments. Maybe there are some kind of old beliefs that you need to change, or there are some kind of toxic habits that you need to leave. There's some kind of toxic environments that you need to leave, or some kind of decisions making you need to do, decisions you need to make. Maybe there's some kind of fears you need to release, because I feel like for this pile, for the other two piles, I feel like they have some kind of similar messages in some ways. But see, did you guys see, or did you guys hear the way I'm kind of rushing the messages? It's not that I don't want to slow down. I just feel like maybe you guys need to relax a bit. Maybe you guys need to slow down a bit. Because if you're not slowing down, you could be hurting yourself. Or you could be putting yourself in some danger. And I don't know why. I feel like I need to pause this video and I need to watch this music video. Jackson's music video. I don't know what kind of message that's it trying to tell me to share it to you guys. I have to. But if I'm not mistaken, there's some kind of fire, right? There's some kind of fire there, because he often uses fire in a lot of his music video or a lot of his contents. But I kind of want to say, don't play with fire if you don't want to get burned. To you, whoever needs to hear that. And I've just realized that you're choosing the orange one. This could also be about I don't know, sacral chakra. Maybe your sacral chakra is currently being imbalanced at this moment. Maybe you're feeling like you're lacking of creativity, or maybe you're lacking of sexual desire, or you have it too much, or you're scared to express yourself creatively. You're scared to express your sexuality. You're scared. But even if you're scared to do something, some of you are still rushing it instead of maybe preparing for it or planning for it. I have to pause it for a while. Let me watch it. Let me watch his... The song is called Cruel by Jackson Lang. Just watch it first. Maybe you need to hear the messages. Or maybe some messages will come to you directly when you watch the music video. But please know I didn't get sponsored for saying this. I just feel like I need to say this. I don't even know him in person. Oh yeah. He has fire. He's blowing fire. Here. And there are also like knives and swords here. And pearls. Maybe fire, knives, and swords could be important for you. What is he doing? He's trying to convey some messages here. Maybe you need to try to understand yourself first before you start doing something. Don't just rush things and do things impulsively. Okay, I'm back. And I actually had to watch it twice. This music video has some kind of like a romantic theme, but what I got is, and what I sensed from your messages and the music video, which I currently am seeing for the third time as I'm channeling here, it's just, it speaks to me more about maybe some of you is currently or are currently facing against anxiety or worries, or yeah, you're afraid of something. You're afraid of having bad thoughts. You're afraid of having negative thoughts. You're afraid of facing your darkness. Well, actually, the only way for you to win your battle, or your battles against negative thoughts, or against bad thoughts, against worries, against anxieties, against darkness, is actually to face it. Yeah, for a lot of you, these messages could relate to, please pay attention to your mental health at this moment. If you feel like you're needing to consult on your therapist or your psychiatry or maybe your psychologist or maybe your coach, please do that. Please. Why? Because I feel like you want, there's something within you that needs to be synchronized. There's something within you that needs to be faced, and you cannot run from that forever. You cannot run from your fears. You cannot run from your worries forever in order for you to be the king of wands or the queen. The king of wands is someone with passion. King of wands is someone with the energy to go for whatever he wants. But for the Ten of Swords right here, I feel like some of you might have gotten hurt in the past, like really, really hurt. And you're worried of moving forward. You're scared to move forward. You're scared to continue moving forward. But in order for you to continue moving forward and win your battles, first, don't do impulsive things. Second, be patient with yourself. Sometimes we need to destroy maybe our ego. We need to destroy our fears. We need to face the fears. We need to deal with the fears instead of continuously running away from it. So you could heal. So you could get better. Maybe some of you are currently feeling lost. You don't know what you want, or you just feel like you want to return to your old best self. You want to return to your happier self, but as per now, or at this moment, you feel like you couldn't even trust yourself, or you feel like you can't trust yourself because you don't know what you want. For a majority, let me pull one card, because for the majority of you, I feel like you know what you want. You're just afraid to go. See, the sun, you have the sun. For a majority of you, I feel like you know what you want. And at the end of the music video, Jackson is conquering whatever is displayed, like the altar, the queen. He won the battle against the other knights. How should I put everything into words? But yeah. Maybe you need to watch it yourself, but he won it. He won the battle. He won the battles. And even if he's facing like the queen, or like the strongest one in this place, in this area. Maybe you have some kind of your greatest fears, your greatest anxiety, or your greatest worries, and you're afraid that you'll never be able to win against that. But actually, you are able. You have the potential. You could do that. You could do that. Maybe you have some kind of magical capabilities or magical strengths. Your thoughts. I feel like your thoughts is your thoughts is your strengths. You just need to create um, some kind of strategy. You need to know how to face it. You need to be aligned with yourself in order for you to face it. I feel called to share your story, to share a story to you, to tell a story to you. It's actually about me being afraid of. I used to be so afraid of relationships in the past because I got bullied, and one of my exes did cheat on me, and I didn't. For some period of time, I didn't really grow up in like the healthiest family environments. I'm not saying I hate my parents. I'm not saying I hate my family, but everybody got a past and everybody got our own problems. It's just for some period of time I hated relationships and I tried to build walls. I tried to protect myself from getting hurt, which ended up making me feel more lonely, making me feel like I'm not worthy of love, and making me feel like could anyone ever love me? Yeah, it's just like I was basically just hurting myself with my own decision, which was not the healthiest decision I've ever made. I gotta admit that. Until one day I realized that in order for me to face my fears, is I need to be brave enough to make relationships. Not only with men, I'm straight by the way, not only with men, but also with friends. I need to open myself up to new connections, to new friends. Because if I keep letting my fears control me, I'm not gonna go anywhere. Or for an example given, if I keep myself being afraid of go public, if I'm still afraid to expand or explore my talents, I will not be here. I will not be here. Maybe this could be about you wanting to pursue your dreams, or maybe you want to pursue healthier relationships. You want to pursue, or you want to explore your talents. You want to explore your gifts. You want to be someone who's more alive, someone who's happier. But parts of you are afraid to change or face the darkness, face your fears. There's this one favorite scene or one favorite part of this music video which I love since I've watched it for how many times now? 4 times. It's the moment where he and the girl and the queen, the one in crown, they're dancing in synchronicity. Their dance movements are aligned with each other, and I like that. And maybe that's a message for you. You need to align yourself with the wounds, with the fears. By aligning yourself with the wounds and with the fears, I'm not saying you need to like let yourself be controlled or forever controlled with your negativities. It's just you need to know what your fears, what are they trying to tell you? Are they trying to tell you that you do have like maybe abandonment issues, or you have like fears of commitments, or maybe you're afraid like me, you're afraid like me who have gotten hurt in the past and you're afraid it may happen again, or you have certain kind of trauma you need to face. You need to be aligned with the trauma so you know what you need to heal, so you know what you need to face, so you know what you need to deal with, or you know what you need to prepare, so just in case if that happens, you've known your strategy. You've known how to face it. You've known how to win your battles. And be more patient, please. Please. I'm begging you as a friend right now, or maybe as a sister. You can call me your sister, like online sister or something, but babe, please. I feel like you're really being impatient with yourself. You're rushing something. You're really rushing something. And that habit of yours of constantly rushing stuff, I don't think that's gonna do you any good. For real. I suddenly feel cold to say that slow and steady wins the race. Okay, is that all?
I feel like there could be some kind of situation or mindset change or changes in your mindset or something happening, not in a bad way. It doesn't need to be happening in a bad way. It's just like something could be happening anytime in the future, and it could change how you see your reality. It's for your highest good. I feel called to shuffle some oracle cards for you from my Moonology deck. Let's see. Wait a second. Let's see. What are the advices for the people who chose option number 3? Maybe you need to balance your... A new start is coming, I've told you. After the tower moment, after the shift, after the changes, a new start is coming your way. And also, you are choosing the orange. Meditate and contemplate. Yeah, some of you are rushing something, and maybe you need time to meditate, you need time to pray, you need time to really connect with yourself. You are good enough. See, I've told you. I knew it. I knew it. I feel it. This could also mean that you're having certain kind of insecurities or you're certain kind of worries from the past, certain kind of... You feel like you're not good enough. You feel like you're not able to face maybe the fears or the darkness, but you're actually able to do that. I've told you this from the beginning. I do sense like some kind of mental issues here, mental health issues here that you need to face. And those mental health blockages, those mental health problems, they make you feel unworthy. And maybe you need to try meditating or maybe journaling if you don't really like meditating. I have friends who loves... I have some friends. One of them... Why am I saying this? But I have some friends, but one... I can only think of one at this moment. She doesn't like meditating, but she likes journaling. But I believe that journaling, through journaling, we are also connecting to ourselves. We're also connecting to our heart. Listen to your heart. Try to contemplate about what do you need to release and what do you need to keep in order for you to get healthier relationships with your life, with yourself, with your parents, with your everyone, and everything surrounds you, because everything is energy. I really feel like something new. Oh my god, I've just realized something. We will have a new moon coming soon. Like really soon. And this is also new moon in Pisces and full moon in Virgo. Maybe Virgo or Pisces season or Virgo or Pisces placements people could be important for you. We'll be having full new moon in Virgo soon. Since I'm recording this in August 25. But yeah. Something is actually brewing for you behind the scene. The happiness, the King of Wands energy that you could obtain. But in order for you to get that, in order for you to obtain that, in order for you to receive that, you need to firstly face your darkness. You need to firstly acknowledge and deal with your darkness. And accept that you have your own darkness too. Just like we have the yin and the yang. And we have the masculine and the feminine energies as well. And that's okay. We need balance. Maybe you also need to balance yourself, since we have the Two of Swords earlier, right? Maybe you need to balance your thoughts. You need to balance your minds and your hearts. Maybe you need to learn how to balance your feminine and masculine energy. And through balancing that, just like the dancing scene I've told you about, I don't think they would be able to do that nicely, to perform that scene nicely, if they don't know how to balance their movements. Yeah, maybe in order for you to win in life or to go bigger in life, is you need to balance between your wants, your needs, your passions, your thoughts, your feelings. So you don't need to like rush, or chase. Make strategies. Set your strategies. And declare your wants, declare your needs altally. Something could be brewing. I feel like something could be made out of you creatively. This could also mean babies, but more like creative ideas, creative projects. For some of you, I could also feel like a partnership coming. I don't know, this could be romantically or job related, works related. I don't know. It's a general reading for a lot of people. Anyways, I feel like that's all I've got for now, for those of you who chose option number 3. So, I'm done with option number 1, number 2, and number 3. I think that's enough for now. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye. God bless. I love you.